Extreme Cheapskates is a show that follows around the lives of different people, the extreme lengths that they go to save some money. And sometimes it's not even worth it, like it's a couple of cents. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 craziest moments on the show. I'll be uploading very frequently, quality content, couple times a week. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit that like button. Do all of that, you know that already.
We're gonna take belts, so why not use them to help close everything?
Now first up we have Angel, who at the time of recording is 8 months pregnant. In her episode, she focuses on taking things from the trash to put in her baby's nursery. One of the most insane parts is the way she wants to paint the baby's nursery. And the way she does this is by getting free samples from the store. And she just begs the store manager to get them for free. And she does this by making him feel bad that she's pregnant. I mean, to be fair to her, it does work, and she does end up getting those free samples from the store, but to be honest, it does seem a bit far-fetched, and not to be rude, but look at that room. I mean, it ends up looking even worse than it did before. I mean,
I think that you get more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar, so obviously.
Now you're probably thinking, what possibly could be worse than this? You will not believe this, that this woman digs for medicine for her unborn child in the garbage. Literally, don't you think that there's a purpose that that medicine has been thrown away, like maybe it's been poisoned? Now next up, there's Sarah. She's one determined woman when it comes to saving money. We all know how expensive the Christmas period can get, but she's an extreme cheapskate, so she doesn't want to spend no money on her presents. Normal families spend an average of $900 on gifts alone, but she goes as far as literally stealing her family's belongings, or if not, and then giving them back to them as gifts for Christmas. There's mold on it, literally, you can't do that. I mean, it's literally insane.
It's that I got from Nisha throughout the year. She's gonna be so happy to get them back.
You can't just steal someone's things and give it back to them and say it's a gift. That just contradicts what gifts are for, don't you think? Now, to make things even worse, she decides to go to a recycling dump and pick up some more things to give as gifts to her family.
Christmas shopping was a blast. It was horrible. We found so many good deals.
Now, next up is Lydia, who's a cheapskate fashionista, which is two things that don't sound like they go too well together. She has this thing called funeral tracking, which sounds as weird as it is. Finds people whose relatives just passed away, and she pulls out to their house.
Do you want my dead mom's clothes?
Now, to explain a little bit, she offers to go through these people's clothes for free, which otherwise they would have paid like thousands of dollars for companies to do that for them. But what does make it a bit weird is that she asked for some of these clothes in return. Is a bit disrespectful if you think about it, but in this way she gets vintage clothes for free. In this way she can keep up with being a fashionista for real cheap.
Oh, what an amazing sequin dress. It's like a peacock.
Now next up is Larry, who is a mechanic and lives in his own garage. In this episode he set up on a blind date, and instead of going to a restaurant or anything, he just sets it up in his workshop. And he cooks the meal on his portable grill. He makes his own candles. Like, how do you even do that? And he uses his tools as cutlery. I mean, look at the woman's face. She definitely thinks he's a bit weird, but he doesn't seem to care. Now, next up is Jamie J. Being cheap is one thing, but making clay out of cat litter to make your own gravestone for when you die is the next level of crazy. She takes old cat litter that has been used, adds water to it, and makes clay out of it. Imagine that smell. Now look what she's doing. She's literally making her own gravestone for when she dies. And I mean, she looks young, so that looks pointless. Now up next is Ron, who's a cheapskate that don't care what no one has to say about him. He takes showers in public and washes his clothes at the same time. Imagine having that level of confidence. He then changes into new clothes, also in public. You know those outdoor showers on the beach where you just go to wash out the sand? Yeah, that's where he showers every single day, not to use electricity. Now next up is Anne-Marie, who makes her children measure out everything they use, be it toothpaste, shaving lotion, you name it. She made a whole bracelet with a teaspoon stuck on it, so her children have no excuse not to use those teaspoons. I mean, just imagine how those children feel going around in public with those bracelets with a spoon stuck on it. Like, they would probably be embarrassed, but literally look at this. Their mother makes them measure out everything, even the milk in the cereal.
I do 5 spoons every morning on my cereal. 1, 2.
Last here on the list, we have Anthony, who works as a bartender. He scavenges for drinks at work. He just walks around looking for alcohol that the customers didn't finish to take home with him. And he just eats their leftovers. That he's just pouring it into some bag, it looks like, and he's mixing it together. Says, quote unquote, I'm not stealing, I'm just being a recycling man. Which I guess is true, but it doesn't mean it's not weird to finish other people's food.
Lots of times when people order drinks, they don't finish them, and that's a waste of alcohol.
That is it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like, press that subscribe button, and leave a comment in the comments below of what you think about these crazy people and their money saving habits.